Aristocratic dining involved countless rules and formalities. Before sitting down to eat, one had to wash their hands with a wool brush and change into special dining attire. This was Heidi's first day after being taken in, and the endless regulations left her feeling suffocated. She wasn't allowed to lift her soup bowl, she had to use a spoon. Even eating too much bread would earn her a scolding. Fortunately, the family's young daughter Clara had a kind heart and consistently stood up for her, and the two quickly became the closest of friends. Clara had been ill since childhood and had lost all feeling in her legs, leaving her dependent on a wheelchair. During their afternoon break, Heidi asked the servants to open the window because she wanted to catch a glimpse of the mountain where her grandfather lived. But disappointment quickly set in. All around were towering buildings, and she couldn't even make out the mountain silhouette. A servant told Heidi that to see the mountains, she'd need to climb up to the church tower over there. So the next day, she snuck out with Clara, and they were thrilled watching the bustling crowds on the street. Heidi successfully made it up to the church, but still couldn't see the mountain where her grandfather lived.
Mais elles sont où les montagnes?
On their way back, they bought a few little kittens, which upset the housekeeper since she was allergic to cats. The furious housekeeper didn't dare scold Clara, so she pinned all the blame on Heidi, punishing her by denying her dinner and making her stand facing the wall in reflection. Heidi couldn't bear such unfair treatment and secretly changed back into her own clothes, planning to return to her grandfather on her own. But the housekeeper stopped her. The housekeeper told Heidi that once an indenture contract was signed, she could only stay here. Only then did Heidi realize that her rent had sued her, and she had no choice but to remain. Despite Clara's companionship, Heidi's longing for her grandfather grew stronger each day, eventually leading to sleepwalking episodes where she would stand at the door gazing into the distance. The master of the house also discovered bread that Heidi had been hiding away. He called for a doctor. The doctor told the master that Heidi was suffering from severe homesickness and had to be sent home immediately. The master approached Heidi and asked why she had been hoarding so much bread. Heidi explained that Peter's grandmother was too old to chew hard bread, and since the bread here was soft, she wanted to take some back for Peter's grandmother to eat. Finally, the master agreed to let Heidi return home and even gave her a whole box of bread. Before long, Heidi safely returned to the village. She first delivered the bread to Peter's grandmother, then ran toward her grandfather's house. Her grandfather was up on the roof making repairs and had only climbed halfway when he heard a voice behind him. It was his beloved Heidi. Finally home at last!
Heidi.